Meg Czapiewski with Honorable Service Realty Group, here with your May market update. Going to share my screen briefly so that you can take a look at what I look at when I want to get a pulse of the market. Let's go back to the beginning here because we're going to start with the big story. Inventory. Inventory is low. We have heard that. We are feeling that. In a 5-year average, which is the colored part of that dial, we are at rock bottom on closed sales, on the new contracts, and on homes that are currently on the market. It's making for a very low supply, high demand scenario, which means prices continue to rise. Months of supply, it says it's about accurate with what we've seen in the last 5 years, about a month. I think that a lot of buyers might disagree with that, and I'm going to show you a dial in a second to kind of validate where their pain's coming from. So again, listings, new listings is low. That's the supply story. Here comes the demand story, is that median sales prices are well above the 5-year average, and the median list prices are well above the 5-year average. It's odd on these two dials that we're seeing such a difference between the list price of an average of 800 or a median of 819.9, whereas a sales price of 638, right? Because there's going to be another dial that shows that sellers are getting 100 to 100 point something plus for their sales. And that's from the original list price. But I think what we see here is there are some natural breaks in the pace of the market at certain price points versus the pace of the market at higher price points. And so these higher prices are taking a little longer to get under contract. But let's take a look at, I'm going to skip over the average sale stuff. That's really not a very relevant statistic for this type of conversation, but the median days on market is 5 days. It looks like it's bottoming out and it's really low, but honestly, the average is like 5.4. So we're at a very typical pace in the market of seeing most of the homes coming on the market in the late week, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and going under contract over the weekend or by Monday or Tuesday of next week. So the one slide that I was talking about earlier is this one, median sale to original list ratio, 100.8. We're getting our sellers what they're asking for the most part, and then some. I'm going to show you a couple charts because I think that this is useful. The market activity, yeah, we saw this last year in 2022. You know, they made the big first three quarter push on the interest rates, and we just saw things slow, just less activity as people were completely uncertain. But spring did eventually come on board like it typically does because we do have a transient area. We do have people who just need to buy and just need to move. And so we're seeing our numbers come up. But if you can see the little digits in here, this is negative 28.9%. This one's negative 30%. That's a change from last year in February to this year in February, last year's April to this year's April. We're down 28, almost 29%. Makes sense. It's what we've been feeling. If we move to I'm going to use my glasses for just a second, to the days on market. Yep, you're going to see those same trends. The inverse, right? Yep, longer days. Holy crap, 30 days, which is still a seller's market. And now we're back down to the 5 days. The pricing trends are, I'm going to leave that there. Pricing trends. That's great, right? We're really almost headed back. And when we get back together again and look at May's sales and June's sales, I think you're going to see more than full recovery on these numbers. We're barely changed, negative 1.1% from where we were at the peak of one of our strongest markets in decades. And then this can be a little skewed if a bunch of the small houses decided to sell this year, whereas last year it was a bunch of the big houses. So the great equalizer is that price per square foot. And so there you go. It's literally like $1 difference. $2.97 a square foot versus $2.96 or square foot. We recovered April to April, a 1.7% difference. So folks, what am I seeing specifically on the listings that we put out there? We have yet to have somebody who did not escalate above their list price. We had anything from a 10,000 over to a 65,000 over list price. The buyers are there. We've had multiple offers on every single listing. And more importantly, if you've all seen that Kevin Costner film, The Field of Dreams, there are buyers out there that are just waiting for your house. Build it, they will come. List it, they will come. We are at a critically low inventory, buyers that are looking, that are well qualified. And frankly, even though we typically see like come mid-June, things start to slow down, we might this year see something a little different because there's buyers just waiting for that inventory. So maybe our strong market, wouldn't surprise me, would extend beyond that June, July timeframe. I mean, everybody says take your vacation in July if you're a realtor because everybody else is on vacation, so nobody's buying homes. This year might be different. I actually believe that there are enough buyers waiting for good inventory to get on the market that we'll see a steady stream through the months that we were typically seeing lulls. Hold me to it. We'll get together next month. And if you have any questions or if you want to drill down on your specific neighborhood, please just, send me a message or email me. I would love to do this. I can do this all day long. I love my numbers. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you listening, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.